Welcome to Access Sports Weekly here on Twitter and YouTube and on AccessWDUN.com. Bo Wilson alongside Jeff Hart, as usual, and our producer, who has not figured out how to get on camera yet, Seth Chapman.
We just need another capture card, y'all. That's all we need.
That's all we need.
Oh, I thought you were trying to avoid the camera.
I mean, yes, but
You know, there's thousands of people out there waiting for the show today.
With your hair and Caleb's hair.
For what show? Are you talking about people wanting to see my face?
Yes, speaking of
I don't
hair,
think
which
that's
was in your
correct.
face.
With your hair and Caleb's hair, you're better off behind the camera.
I think it's time for a haircut.
Yeah, my goodness.
Yeah, I agree there, 100%.
We found out how Caleb Hutchins combs his hair. He just uses his hand. He doesn't own a comb or a brush.
That's me, Jeff.
Yeah,
I don't think he said he had one either.
I think you were asleep during that conversation.
No, I know you didn't have one, but
That whole conversation was about me, dude.
That's right.
So what you're telling me that you do not use a comb
or a brush.
or
No.
brush? I do not either.
You use gel.
I use hair product.
Yes, I see that.
I do too.
I can see it from here.
I'm not knocking it. I use it too.
The glare. I need my sunglasses.
I don't think it's a glare because it's a
it is.
it's a
With
matte product.
with the light coming off there.
It's a matte look.
You're bouncing. The sun's bouncing.
I
off
don't
of your
think
hair.
I don't think I'm bouncing.
Yeah, no, the
I'm not
light
exactly
is
sure
bouncing
what
off
you're
of your
talking
hair.
about, Jeff.
The light is bouncing off your hair. I can see it in my.
Isn't this a sports show?
Is it?
It's a show.
Maybe.
It's a show.
A show.
It's a show.
It's a show that we like doing
Well, when
live
we have
because
no
live is fun.
When we have no script, it's whatever we want it
Who
to be.
needs a script?
Just
It's quality work. So what's interesting for you guys over the last 7 days?
7 days.
Towns County.
Towns County
is interesting
boys.
to me.
I was hoping something other than sports would be interesting to
Oh,
you at this moment because we're going to get into sports.
Yeah.
That would be a no for Jeff.
Yeah, you got nothing.
That would be a no for Jeff.
This is my life right here.
This is your life.
Yeah.
Excited for some new Marvel shows, though.
What is this
For-
WandaVision?
What
stuff?
is WandaVision?
Caleb was complaining on Twitter the other day about people giving up what happened on the
Yeah,
show
they
because he
all-
hadn't watched it yet.
But they all
A,
joined.
sorry, Caleb,
Look,
that's your fault.
They all
B,
joined Thanos. That's what we know.
No, I don't think
It
that's
could be.
correct.
It could
maybe
be.
it is, maybe it
okay,
isn't.
so
No
the
spoilers
guy
here.
wears a red mask and the room turns red. Is that correct?
No, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, you've not watched it.
I have watched it. My memory is just terrible.
What?
You're just not going to give it away.
No, that's exactly
you-
correct.
You probably. Why are you not going to give it away?
Dude, is there time
No
travel in this?
spoilers.
Is there time
I'm
travel
not
in this?
asking for a spoiler, but doesn't the guy wear a red face mask?
The Vision, the actor who plays Vision, yes.
Oh, so Vision is an actor.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
This is going to hurt my brain.
But don't they
trying to figure
spell the
this.
show one word, basically? WandaVision?
There's two
I
characters.
think it's meant to be one word.
Sorry,
Right.
I'm not into the whole Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
but
We
I
know,
did-
bro.
We can tell.
You're not
I-
into movies in
we-
general.
I
can
did
tell.
watch Coming to America 2
I have not yet.
over the
Was it good?
weekend.
No. I've
Eh.
heard it's awful.
Eh,
He
Eh.
saw it.
meh,
Meh.
meh.
That's
It's
about what-
kind of what you think a remake after 30 years would be.
Ugh.
Which is
Ugh.
that doesn't sound like a good idea
It's
to me.
not
which,
a good idea.
Which is, flashbacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
It's
did-
Hollywood, Hollywood in its infinite glory, again, coming up with an idea that, well, it's not original. They've done it before, and they go like, we want to make a movie. We're really lazy. Hey, we haven't done 2 of those yet.
Well,
well,
That's pretty much how
that's
I'm
sad.
not,
I had
not,
high hopes for that movie
I would say
Why?
go watch it.
because I liked the first one.
Go watch it.
Okay.
Go watch it.
Okay,
Make your own opinion of it. But yeah,
fair enough.
go watch it because
Yeah, I would go in low expectations. That way it's better than
Yeah.
you think.
I would take a low expectation. Speaking of expectations, Towns County boys, they have set an expectation this year.
They have. And I tell you, it's a good team. I've said it before. I've seen them a couple times. Really good team. They're real balanced.
Colby Moss, Jake Taggart.
They
I mean,
do.
lots
And
of-
and they're missing their starting point guard.
Interesting.
In this, I mean, they might really be smacking people if they had a full complement of players.
So, question: if at the beginning, as we do of every sports season, much like football and basketball, we all sit down and say, "Okay, who's going to make the deep run?" Would either of you expected it to be the Towns County boys?
I would say no. However, with an addendum, I don't think we truly understood what they had.
What they had.
So I think if we, have we been able to dive a little deeper into the Indians in the preseason, which was weird in its own right, just trying to, since they started late and we really weren't able to do a lot of the things that we normally do to get ready for a basketball season. Had we known some of the things, we might have predicted them to have a shot at a run. Now, I don't know that anybody would say they would get to the state title game because they never have before. And 8A public, Class A public is pretty tough generally.
Well,
but I think it's fantastic to see them.
I think it's great because they're playing for the state title on Saturday around 12:30. We'll have full coverage of that for you from the event in Macon, highlights and story, photos, and more. That's coming up this weekend around 12:30ish. They will toss it in.
Still sounds weird.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I know. And barring any overtime games before that, but
That's
I think
right.
there's only the 8A girls before that, then the boys, and I think 7A.
I think so.
I think that's
Yep.
right. So that's interesting. Have 8, A and 7A.
It is.
That's kind of interesting. But I tell you, it should be a great game. They're going against the defending state champs in Hancock Central, who, as I understand it, they're every bit as good as getting back to the title game from a year ago. They put a run in the last 5 or 6 years as Hancock Central, like quarters, semis at least. So this isn't a fluke. They did win it last year. It's going to be, I think it's a game they can win. Towns County's had 2 long road trips in the quarterfinals and the semis, and we're able to pull
They've
them
got
off.
it done.
And we're able to pull off both of them. So I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to intimidate them other than the fact that it is the state title game. That always, you never know how people are going to react.
Well, I would say that if your reaction to 2 very long road trips were wins, I would say that this is just another day at the office for Towns County coming up on Saturday.
I think so. And I think they have a legitimate chance to win this game. Hancock Central is good. It's going to be a supreme challenge, probably the toughest they've had all year, other than, say, playing Collins Hill in 7A, which they did. So I think it's going to be great. We're going to be able to get down there. We had to finagle some passes.
Well, we got in, and we're good to go for the state tournament coverage from Macon.
And I think Seth is going to do some video.
Indeed.
Were you listening about 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, why?
Okay, I just
Why?
Because I both said that you and Seth would
Well,
be
I
down
realize
there.
that. Just making sure he wasn't in here. Stop. Yeah, you never. Every chance you get to dig me.
Commercial break.
We don't have those yet. We'll cut to
Dang,
something.
we don't have a commercial break.
Every chance you get to take a dig at me.
All right.
Everyone, I'm
Look,
old, and you know I can't
wasn't
hear.
really digging at
Yeah,
you.
yeah, you were.
I don't have a shovel, so.
Thank God you'd hit me in the face with it, probably.
Yes. Speaking of getting kind of hit in the face, the Lumpkin County girls on Saturday with a brutal
that was a
inning.
gut punch.
Gut punch and a brutal ending of which they led the game with 5.8 seconds
You
to
just
go.
had to bring
by
that
a
back up,
point.
didn't you? It just took me 3 days to recover from it.
There's no doubt, and the crowd at that game was totally insane and wacky. The best part's when, if you go watch the video, which is up on Access right now, you can check the video out of when they come out of the locker room, Lumpkin County, and then I think was it Hudson on the camera or was it you, Seth, on the camera?
For the crowd shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, me.
That was you. Yeah, so Seth then immediately turns and gets the student section, of which just sees the camera. And you know what they do when you see the camera.
got 'em all riled up.
It's always
crazy.
butter when you put the camera in
You
their
got
face.
them riled up for
yeah.
sure. I'm gonna tell you. But that crowd was great. I mean, there were people following it. Me and Seth were there. I was there like more than an hour before the game, and there were people already filing in. I would say good 20 minutes before the game, the place was almost full already.
I thought I would get there early and get a really decent parking spot. I was incorrect.
So would you say 1,300?
Oh, more than
yeah.
They sure, yeah.
Sure.
That's where they said the cutoff was.
Well, hey.
Yeah. I did look. There wasn't
So-
a seat in that place. They had standing room all the way around the gym. That that is your high school basketball atmosphere right there. If we're seeing that live right now, that needs to be in every gym from now on.
So let me ask you a question. Was Michael Parker assisting Coach Dowse?
During the playoffs, I asked him about that.
Really?
Yeah, he said, he goes, yeah, just give him, he help each other out, just, another pair of eyes and, helping the team, doing what he can. I said, how fun was that? He goes, that was a lot of fun until the last 5 seconds.
So let's go back. And I know nobody really wants to revisit the final 5 seconds of this game, but the way it was drawn up as a full court press on the inbounds, of which Cross Creek had to take it the length of the floor.
You did not bring your picture with the red circles.
I didn't bring my picture.
He did a telestrator like they do.
The ending of this game bothered me so much so that Tim Whitmire, who called the game on the Sports Link, and myself were talking till about 12:30 on Friday night about the game and kind of analyzing what went down, because you hate to see anybody lose in this fashion. The way they did.
We were just watching the clock tick down on that, and there was
0.05
seconds or something like that.
Jordan Dorsey, a heck of a player.
Whew, she's good.
Made such an incredible play there at the end of the game to dribble through 2 or 3 Lumpkin County Lady Indians.
Right.
Falling to the floor, heaves a pass down to, who was it, Aaron Martin.
Yeah. I don't know how it got
picked
to
it up
her.
And scored.
Look, if they had just nicked the ball for one extra bounce.
Well, she made some. If you folks can see it on the screen right now, she made separation once she got through the 3 white shirts and was able to just somehow get the strength to throw it down court and get the final bucket. Now, when the Martin kid put the ball up, what do you think she was thinking? Please go in. Please go in. Please go in.
It's not my birthday. That was a gift.
This was not to tie the game. This was to win the game. They were down by a point.
I know. It's just gut-wrenching because I'd say it again. Lumpkin County is good enough to win the state title, and they played a strange game.
Mm-hmm.
They jumped out quick. But they went 11. If I told you any team goes 11 minutes without scoring, how bad do you think they'd be down?
Well, you would think they'd be down, maybe 10 points, 12 points, 15 points.
2 points.
Well, the defense has been
the defense
so
was
key
fantastic.
For them this year.
And, I don't know that I've seen a team in several years that could weather an 11-minute scoring drought, and get a basket and they're still in the game. A credit to staying in the game and just staying with their game plan, because they were missing, I think they missed like 8 or 9 3-pointers in a row. They missed like 12 shots in a row. I'm watching that and I'm thinking, wow, and I look up and they're only down like 7.
Foul shots down the stretch, though, missed foul shots kind of hurt for Lumpkin.
Yeah, we've all played sports. It's you remember the mistakes more than you remember the good things that happen, and I'm just I'm afraid that they'll probably wake up a couple of nights here in the next few months going because it's just they really had it. It was they had the game under control, and you don't ever really want to say they should have won, but they were there. It was there for the taking.
Well, you guys got a chance to catch up with head coach David Dowse after the game and talk to him. I know he was
Coach. Surprisingly calm. Yeah. I didn't know what to expect when that was coming.
Well, hats off to Lumpkin County. Hats off to Coach David Dowse for the incredible job that not just this year, but what Coach Dowse and his staff have been doing with this program for the last, I believe, 4 years, and they get to this point. And he was gracious enough to give us an interview after the brutal loss to Cross Creek.
Coach, I know that was a tough one, but team battled right to the last second. Talk about their effort out there today.
They couldn't have done any more. They couldn't have done any more from an effort standpoint. They couldn't have done any more from a heart standpoint. They couldn't have done any more. They laid it out there. We weren't scared. We didn't sit back. We played our game and slugged it out with one of the state's very best. I think we're one of the very best as well.
Boy, it was such an up-and-down game for y'all. Y'all came out smoking hot. I think you missed like 12 shots in a row, and yet you're only down 2 at the half. What did you tell them after that? Just kind of.
I thought defensively we were doing a good job. I thought we did a pretty good job all night long defensively. And I thought we took really good shots the whole game. Some of them fell and some of them didn't. We didn't change a whole lot at half. I mean, you got to pay attention to 21, and I'll tell you, to her credit, she made some really unbelievable shots. I thought we guarded her pretty well, and she still made them. And you got to just kind of tip your hat to folks who can do that.
Well, you put the program on the map.
The girls put the program on the map. The girls put the program on the map.
Okay, the girls, they did. I know, I agree. You lose Isabel, you lose the kids, the bulk of the team comes back. How do you build off of it?
I think, each year we've kind of raised that bar a little bit and the expectation for winning. And, this year we got out and we played some really tough opponents early, rather than kind of try to build up a win-loss record. We try to get better, and we'll do that again. We're going to go out and try to play the very best so that when we get in this position, next year we're ready to roll.
Including, I believe, Kate Jackson, who was injured.
Right.
Lights or something. There. Turn me on. Well, small technical problem with some of the audio, but Seth, our engineer producer, he got that fixed for us.
Engineer, I am not. It was my mistake.
I was going to say, he caused it and he fixed it.
He caused it and he fixed it. But
way to go, Seth.
As we were coming out of the Coach Dowse interview with Lumpkin County, we were talking about Isabel Davenport and Mackenzie Colbo. The only two seniors on the team, and everybody else coming back.
Everybody else coming back. We had mentioned, while they couldn't hear us, Kate Jackson.
Kate Jackson.
She had been injured all year.
Which I apologize for again, by the way.
That's okay. We'll move on. She's going to be back. She's a junior. Avery Jones was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And was there a better freshman down the stretch in the last month of the season than Avery Jones anywhere? I mean, there's a lot of good freshmen out there, but she took this team on her back. We expected that kind of performance, from we figured this team was going to be Isabel Davenport's down the stretch, and Avery Jones kind of took over and let Isabel kind of do a lot of the things that she does. She's quick on defense. She can dish the ball off. She can rebound. She can shoot. I tell you, that was a great tandem, and I'm going to enjoy watching Avery Jones play for 3 more years.
No doubt about that. They've got a lot of good years ahead of them in girls basketball up at Lumpkin County. Okay, so we've moved across the way into full-bore spring sports now, Jeff.
We have. Got a ton of baseball teams ranked, a ton of soccer teams ranked. We had a Cherokee Bluff send in a some track stats, and they've got some people that are popping into the top 5 in some categories in AAA. So, this could be a really banner season, spring sports wise. So it's going to be fun to see how that materializes. Flowery Branch was number 2. North Hall was in 4A. North Hall was number 2 in AAA. Buford, and this is all baseball. Buford's number 1 in 6A. There's several other teams that are ranked. Gainesville hopefully can find their way in 6-7A. That's a beast. 8-4A. 8-4A has 4 teams in baseball in the top 8 in 4A. We thought it was a tough football region.
I know.
We thought it was a tough basketball region. Might be an even tougher baseball region. 8-4A may be the best region in the state, all classifications, just across the board.
Well,
when you look at the power, they had 3 teams in the Elite 8 in basketball.
So a huge matchup earlier this week, I think on Monday,
Right.
Bluff and Hart County in baseball.
Yeah, Hart was number 1. Bluff was number 4. It was a great pitcher's duel. Bluff had the lead 3-2 after the first inning. They have really good pitching. Pitching kind of got them. They gave up 3 runs on wild pitches of the 4 runs, and that game went 10 innings. They only play 7 in high school, so that's an equivalent of like a 12-inning game, say in college or Major League Baseball or something like that. That's an epic, and a tough one to lose 4-3. But I think Bluff is showing they're going to be there. North Hall is going to be there, and we've got just some other big games coming up later this week in baseball. There's going to be 2 huge soccer matches at Bluff. White County would travel to Bluff. All 4 teams are ranked in the top 8 in AAA on the Eurosports.com. Both of them have been rolling. Long winning streaks for both the girls' teams. So that's going to be a heck of a battle down there in Flowery Branch. So there's a lot going on.
A lot going on, and we are just getting our feet wet as we officially come out of basketball season and dive deeper into the spring sports.
Is it really over, though?
What?
Basketball.
Well, it's not until Saturday officially, but, who knows what will happen between now and then.
I mean, we didn't think it was going to end. I mean, I think it's going to end on Saturday.
Yeah, it's going to end for sure.
You sure?
No, I know. There's
sure?
No doubt.
You sure?
There's no doubt the ending is going to happen. So
I don't know. I didn't think we'd ever get here.
Well,
it just seemed to take forever on the basketball season. I'm not saying that's bad. It just been such a strange season, and it just seemed to go on and on.
Of course, some other breaking news that coming here earlier while we're talking still on basketball in the middle of spring sports. This kind of pertains to Gainesville boys basketball. Lambert's head coach, Scott Bracco, is headed to East Forsyth.
Ooh.
So Lambert will be looking for a new coach. And I say it pertains to Gainesville because that's out of Gainesville's region.
Well, they're going to be playing in 7 AAA.
Yeah, but Lambert played in
I know, but East
6,
Forsyth.
7A. So,
and I don't refresh our memories on Lambert.
Refresh your memory.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah, pretty much.
But in 7A.
But in 7A.
So you think that's a good hire for East Forsyth?
I think it's a good hire.
Okay.
Should be interesting. The lure of building a program from scratch.
So I guess
I think every head coach wants.
Well, Tommy Jones. Tommy Jones, when he took over Bluff, said that he that was about the only thing he hadn't done, and he was looking forward to the challenge of that. So there is something to that, I guess.
And can we also reiterate to all spring coaches out there, nominate an assistant coach, or if you want to do it yourself, to please send all your scores, your stats, your scoring plays, anything that pertains to your particular sport, whether it be soccer, tennis, golf, baseball, track and field. Please send that to sports@jacobsmedia.net. Now, the reason we say that, I know you guys like to throw stuff on Twitter, much like we do, and tag us at WDUN Sports. It would be nice to get that in an email as well.
Yes, because you can put more in the email than you can.
Yeah, you can put
Twitter.
more in the email
and it's
than in Twitter.
I look at Twitter as kind of an alert. Okay, the game's over. I got a score. Now I'm waiting for the.
That's right.
I'm waiting for the meat. That's what I'm. It's kind of like, you order an hors d'oeuvre and you think you're going to get 7 or 8 pieces, you get like 2. So you're really hungry and just waiting for the
That's right.
main course.
You want more.
And it's not coming.
You want
more. And it's like, where is it?
Bring it on, coaches.
Where's my food?
So that's sports@jacobsmedia.net. Send all your sports scores, stats, and scoring plays to that email address, and we will appreciate you. We appreciate you now. But,
we do. And they might have noticed Seth. Seth's been running around like a chicken with his head cut off this week.
And Seth,
you decided to revamp a little bit of
Well,
how we're
Seth
doing
and I actually decided together.
I was about to say, what you been telling
Yeah.
him, Bo? That was my idea.
We sat down.
He didn't tell me that, Seth. He did.
That's
he took
his
full
own
credit. He
assumption.
took full credit for that.
So Seth and I sat
I
down
don't know who to believe.
on, was it Monday? We were talking about it?
Yeah, it's Monday.
And so,
I never lie.
So anyway,
Wow.
For those who couldn't see, I just tilted my head to the side very questioningly when Jeff
Wow.
goes, I never lie.
I don't.
anyway, so we kind of decided to maybe try to get around, mingle two different games, and Seth has put together some pretty good clips there on
Yeah.
the Instagram.
Yeah, we've been going around in my ramblings in the sports world. I've just been going out and getting pictures and footage to post up on Instagram and do a little bit more social media activity. So here we go, guys. This is just kind of a little Insta reel, but
a
not
hodgepodge.
Yeah, this is a little hodgepodge. It's a reel here. It's not on
What
our
exactly is a hodgepodge?
combining
go
of
again.
many things.
Isn't that stuff you paint on pictures that you put on a board and it
This
dries
is your day for
clear?
looking up words, isn't it? We've already looked
That's
up
what
two
that
today.
hodgepodge is. That's what it is, right?
It's just
Well, what we're going to do is
stuff.
we're going to ignore Bo's horrible joke, and we're just going to go straight to
It was not
the
a joke.
Instagram
It was
stuff.
a serious question.
Oh, that's
Why
really,
are you prolonging
Roll the
this?
footage.
That's really sad.
Hey, we got to swing it now. To the back, beat. Good hustle, guys. Good hustle, buddy. Nope. Yes, yes. Get here.
Nice goal, Molly Langeman.
Oh, that is a big cat. Go back.
Goal by your Johnson Knights.
And back here, Instagram is Access WDUN Sports. Go check us out. Give us a follow. You can also follow us on Facebook. Same keyword search, Access WDUN Sports. So, yes, that was the true definition of a hodgepodge.
It was.
Let's go back to what you said while we weren't on air.
Mod Podge. That's what the little stuff is I was thinking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that was real. That wasn't a joke.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a joke.
But so Bo in the break, he goes when we see North Hall sliding into home, he goes, "Wow, it's a wonder how they could slide in like that and not get dirty." And it took me just a half a second to be like,
he fell for it.
Be like, "What do you mean? It's turf. They turfed it, so it's not dirt."
Sometimes it's just too easy, Seth.
It is.
It's just
sometimes
too
I
easy.
just got too much on the brain.
That's right.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
All right, so now it's time for this week's
Will Hart Team of the Week.
That's a little bit better this week.
That was
a little bit better.
He's up in his game a little bit.
Yeah,
Up in his game a little bit.
So, what say you, Jeffro?
I'm going to have to go with the Towns County boys. I mean, they're in the title game. Are we allowed to do that?
Can we do that?
I don't know.
We did it.
Okay. Sorry.
Do we care?
It happened.
Not really. Okay.
So
you agree?
I completely agree.
Okay.
Then it doesn't matter what I think,
That's
but I
right.
also
Yeah,
completely agree.
Well, we don't really care. All
I
right.
know.
It's a clean sweep. Towns County boys basketball. Go get them this weekend. Win that state championship because you are this week's
Will Hart Team of the Week.
And that should give them like the motivation.
Hey, that's the
the
last
extra-
little thing they needed right there.
Last little thing they needed.
If I'm them, I was waiting for that. Hop on the bus, head on down there.
Heck yeah, you know so.
I know we don't play till Saturday, but we're here. We're ready.
Yeah. Well, so congratulations to Towns County, and that is a complete wrap of the show today.
Wow.
As we wrap things up. That was quick.
Wow. Without a script, too.
We never have a script.
I was about to say, this is never scripted.
There's notes.
There's an outline.
Right, yeah.
This is broad strokes of what we're going to do, and
This
then we
was-
just throw it away every time.
Let's call it a hodgepodge.
A confused mess. Yes.
A confused mixture. Yes, it was.
Does that describe this show or just us?
Just us.
Yeah, pretty much. All encompassing.
Seth, he's on Instagram at Seth_something.
S Chapman _camera.
Jeff's
Too
on-
much. I can't remember all that.
Jeff's on Twitter at HeartJJ22.
See how easy that is?
I'm at the Bo Wilson.
Because he's pretentious. Like Ohio State.
It's also copyrighted just because the emoji's there. You can check the sports out on Twitter at WDUN Sports. Also, as we said earlier, Facebook, Instagram, access WDUN Sports. For Seth, for Jeff, I'm Bo. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your week, everyone.